So picture your local sports bar on game day. You've got 8 massive TVs mounted on the wall, and they're all playing the exact same game, perfectly synced to the millisecond.
Which is, something we completely take for granted.
Exactly. I mean, if you just take a standard video cable and try to split it 8 ways, that signal should immediately turn into pixelated, lagging garbage.
Oh, absolutely. It would be unwatchable.
Right. So how does it actually survive? Welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, we are looking at the unseen tech magic that makes those massive setups function, specifically pulling from a product page by HDTVSupply for a device called the Kramer VM-8H 1.8 HDMI Distribution Amplifier.
Yeah, it's a really dense name for a piece of tech that does a very elegant job. Getting one high-definition video feed onto 8 different screens at the exact same time without dropping a single frame is, well, it's a massive physical challenge.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because when I try to picture splitting a signal, my brain immediately goes to plumbing, like taking a garden hose and poking 8 holes in it. Doesn't the pressure or, the signal quality just completely drop off?
Right. If you used a cheap basic splitter, that is exactly what would happen. The video would get dim, noisy, or just fail entirely.
Which nobody wants during the playoffs.
Exactly. That's why the Kramer device is classified as a distribution amplifier. It actively manages the data rather than just passively dividing it. And the documentation highlights this feature called Kramer equalization and reclocking technology.
Wait, reclocking with a K? I mean, is that just a marketing buzzword?
It definitely sounds like one, but it's an actual necessary process. Digital signals degrade over long cables.
Like they just lose steam.
Sort of.
Yeah.
The crisp ones and eighters essentially get smudged the further they travel. This device doesn't just take a weak signal and make it louder.
It rebuilds it.
Right. It physically rebuilds that digital signal from scratch. It reads the smudged data, reconstructs perfect ones and zeros, and then sends those pristine copies out to the 8 outputs.
Okay, so rebuilding the signal ensures it survives the physical journey down the cable. But once it actually arrives at the TV, how does a single video feed know it's compatible with 8 completely different brands of television?
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Because the specs mention something called EDID pass-through, which honestly just looks like alphabet soup to me. What is that actually doing?
So EDID stands for Extended Display Identification Data. Think of it as a digital diplomat.
A digital diplomat. I like that.
Yeah, every monitor or TV has a built-in profile telling a source device what resolutions and formats it can handle. Without EDID, someone would have to manually configure the resolution for all 8 displays.
Ugh, just to find a common denominator.
Exactly. The pass-through algorithm automatically grabs that data from the screens and ensures instant plug-and-play operation.
Which saves the bartender from staring at 8 blank screens and an error message right before kickoff.
For sure.
But pulling off that translation instantly for 8 screens must take serious processing power. I mean, this device carries a $720 price tag.
It does, and the processing power is precisely what you're paying for. The device handles a maximum data rate of 6.75 gigabits per second.
Ground that for me. Like, how much data is 6.75 gigabits in this context?
Well, it's enough data crunching to push completely uncompressed video while simultaneously managing multiple heavy data loads. For instance, it handles 3D pass-through and deep color.
Deep color, so that expands the color palette immensely, right?
Yes, exactly. But most importantly, that massive data rate enables lip sync support. It ensures that when a referee blows a whistle on screen, the audio matches the movement of their lips perfectly across all 8 displays.
Without a microsecond of lag.
Exactly.
Wow, okay. And the specs also mention it's HDCP compliant. That's the copyright protection, right? You're making sure the feed isn't being illegally copied.
Correct. It has to constantly verify the copyright handshake between the source video and all 8 TVs simultaneously.
Man, doing all of that rebuilding, translating, and verifying takes a ton of processing.
It really does. And it does it all inside what they call a 1U rack-mountable chassis, meaning it's designed to slot perfectly into those standard 1.75-inch tall server racks tucked away in dark AV closets.
So what does this all mean for you? The seamless, flawless entertainment you enjoy in public spaces relies entirely on these hidden workhorses. Next time you're sitting at a sports bar, enjoying a perfectly synced wall of screens, remember the little 1U boxes in the back, constantly rebuilding and translating billions of bits of data a second to make it happen.
It really changes how you look at the infrastructure around you. The magic isn't in the glowing screens themselves, it's in the unseen distribution networks maintaining the integrity of the information.
Completely. Which leaves you with something to think about. As our screens get bigger and our resolutions get sharper, What other invisible networks of constant reclocking and amplification are secretly keeping your digital world running flawlessly every single day?